Hi! Today we are going to talk about the Cardcaptor Sakura and Perfect Diary collaboration gift box. The gift box was released during Chinese Valentine period and it's in like a very pink and Cardcaptor Sakura moment, I guess. But this is the look that I created. I really like this entire gift box, so let's get into it right now. Here is the gift box. It is in a super pretty baby pink with gold design. The star in the middle sort of has like a 3D effect to it, and there is a cute little ribbon right here, and then we're gonna open it now. It has a Cardcaptor Sakura picture right there, and then here there is a divider. In this divider there are actually some stickers and a swatch sticker card which I took out. And then you can see that there are the products. So we have the eyeshadow palette, the liquid lipstick, and then we have the powder, and here we have the earrings that also came with the box, which I did not wear. Let's start with the palette first. It is the main star, Sakura season. It is in this super pink and pretty baby pink kind of packaging, and it has this like, I don't know, Cardcaptor Sakura's logo or whatever that is. It is really cute and really girly, and I really like it a lot. I love all these colors right here. My favorite one is this color. I don't know if you can tell, but it's dark into a lot. When I first got this gift box and I tried on this palette, I was blown away. The looks that these shadows will give you are very everyday looks, which is nothing like me. But when I got this palette and I realized that it was an everyday look palette, I was like, oh okay. So I wore the palette out like almost every day I went out just to try on the shadows to see if I like it or not, and surprisingly I love it so much. Although it's just like nothing like the colors that I would like. It's all browns and just very subtle and very like everyday kind of color, but it's super pretty. I don't know how to explain. For someone who hates everyday looks or everyday colors or brown tones, I love this palette a fucking lot. When I first got this palette and I tried it, I was like, wow, it literally blew my mind, and I wore it for 2 weeks straight. Like, I kept wearing this palette every time I went out. I chucked all my other shadows aside and I just wore this palette, and I'm just like, wow, I love it. I've worn it to the point where I got a little bit sick of it, but wearing it again today made me just feel like, wow, it is pretty. Super glad that I bought this, because I think for a person who hates like brown and orangey tones like me, it is very hard to find a brown tone or a brown theme palette that I like. And as of now, I do buy quite a few like everyday or like brown tone palettes. Up till now, there is only like maybe less than 5 palettes that I like, and this is one of them. All the colors are super pretty, okay? Like these 6, I'm talking about these 6, okay? These 6 colors are super pretty. But I just kind of feel like it's a bit like because this glitter pigment is purple, and I don't know, I don't feel like it matches the look, or like this purple. It's like a very brown and very subtle kind of palette, and then suddenly there's like this purple glitter pigment with like, and the crazy thing about this glitter pigment, right, is that there are holographic glitter, like freaking purple and green, like light bright green kind of glitter, and orange glitter. So it's kind of like a very big contrast to the other shades. Usually when I use this palette on a day-to-day basis, I don't use the glitter pigment. I think the glitter pigment would be a better shadow if it's in another palette. When I put it on, I was like, oh, this thing doesn't really match with my look. I kind of like regretted it instantly, but I already put it on, so I couldn't take it out. So I just went ahead and put it on. I think it's okay. I don't hate it. I would love it if it's in another like look that I would wear. For example, like a red or a purple look, I would love it. But I just feel that in this palette, it's kind of out of place. But if you look at it in another way, it's like a nice surprise. Maybe because they released it during Chinese Valentine Day. But I guess this palette is supposed to be a palette that helps you create like a look that you can wear on a date. And I think that's what exactly it is for, because the colors are just so pretty and so like goddess. It makes you look like a freaking goddess when you wear it. It makes you look like a freaking fairy in a very good way. Gentle, very demure, yet at the same time very desirable. The girl that everyone would want to bring home to meet their parents. I haven't really owned a palette like this. It is a good change to my crazy and very loud kind of looks. However, one thing I have to say is that this blush I hate. This color is not really my kind of thing for a blush. I would use this as an eyeshadow color, and I have used it as an eyeshadow color. I think it's okay, I can accept it. This highlighter here is also very pretty. It is a gold highlighter. I hate gold highlights. It almost does not have a base color. It's just very sheer and very subtle, and it's just shimmer and micro glitter. It's just super pretty. I never felt so much for a palette before. That's all I can say. It's kind of weird, but it's kind of nice in a way, you know. Whoever wears this palette will turn into a goddess or a fairy, or like the school belle, you know, the prettiest school belle that everyone wants to become in their school. This palette is my favorite Perfect Diary palette out of all the palettes so far. Yeah, I really love it a lot. Love it more than I thought I would. It's just very like, I love this palette kind of vibe. Okay, that's the vibe that that's just how I'm gonna describe it. It's just like in a way. Okay, I don't really own a lot of pressed powders from Perfect Diary. In fact, I only own 2 pressed powders, including this one. The other one that I own is their latest pressed powder, which I really like, but color is a little bit too dark for my skin tone. When I first got this gift box, I did not look at this powder, which is why I just left it outside in the box, and I just left it outside, you know, at one corner of my house with the box inside the box. I didn't even take this thing out of the box, okay? Out of the gift box that it comes with. I just left it there and I just chucked the box one side. And it's only today that I realized that I need to give my thoughts on it, because I am going to make a video. So most of the base products that I buy on Taobao are a little bit too dark for my skin tone. Like even the lightest shade is maybe like 1 shade darker than my skin tone. But this one, yes, I mean, I can use it. It doesn't like make my entire face look 1 shade darker, which I appreciate. This powder has a slight blurring effect, and it gives like a very soft kind of finish, which is very, I guess everything in this gift box that they create has got to do with like a Valentine. It just gives this very soft and this very like demure kind of finish, and this very kind of like innocent and pretty kind of soft finish. I can see myself using it again in the event that I need a powder. So, and then we have come to, I want to say my favorite, but I cannot decide if this is my favorite or the eyeshadow palette is my favorite. I like both of them as much. I think this will be my favorite because I like everything about this. Maybe because it only has 1 color. I really like this. Oh my god. Because as far as I remember in the picture, like this color did not appeal to me. It's just a very like meh kind of orangey color. But when I got it and I tried it, I was like, wow. Okay, I literally was like, wow. I was impressed. Like, here, this thing on my lips, wow. I guess it has a little bit of like a red, orange and brown kind of vibe, and then you mix it all together and put a lot of white to it. Yeah. I don't think that sounds like a color that I would like, but yeah, just look at my lips, okay? This is what it looks like. I think it's super pretty. It has sort of like this very soft kind of finish as well. Wow. Is this an orange? I wouldn't call this an orange, okay? I wouldn't call this a red as well. It's like a orangey red. Okay, so you know, I buy a lot of makeup from Taobao, and among all the makeup there are a lot of lipsticks. So when the lipsticks arrive, I will immediately try it on and then I'll wipe it off. You know, I just want to see how it looks like on my lips in real life when I get the real product itself. And usually among those times, I find myself like taking this lipstick out again and applying it again, and looking at it again and appreciating it again. I guess that's how much I like this lipstick, because I really like it a lot. I can see myself wearing this a lot when we can finally go out without a mask. However, there's one tiny thing about this lipstick, and it is that the color doesn't really apply that evenly. You do have to like apply it 1 or 2 times to get how you want it to look like. It has a very soft matte velvet finish, like a Valentine. This whole gift box is just very Valentine vibe, okay? I've said this many times, but I think it's so fitting that they released it on Chinese Valentine, and this entire box will create you like the perfect Valentine look. All in all, this is just a lip color that will go well with every look, and Even though it doesn't really apply like 100% evenly, I still love it. I don't mind that. I can look past that because everything about this whole gift set I love. I think all in all, I just really love this palette and I definitely recommend it. It's still available now. I think once it's sold out, you can't get it anymore and I don't think it's gonna come back, but it's still available now. During the 11/11 period, it's still available for sale. So go and get it before it's gone, and then you cannot have this palette that creates this look anymore. The perfect Valentine look, the perfect Valentine that everyone wants to have, or the ideal Valentine that everyone imagines to be in their head, okay? That is the vibe that this entire gift box will create for you.